What's going on, guys? Dawko back again.
Hey everybody, Razbowski here.
And today we're actually going to talk about the good and bad ending in Five Nights at Freddy's 3 and list the comparisons. And me and Raz have actually made theories together of what it could be. It's not just one theory. We've tried to think of lots of different theories today about what it could be. And we thought, you know what? Why don't we just do a duo collab together where we actually talk about both theories and see what you guys think about our theories about what this could be.
Yeah, like me and Dawko have a great relationship in the fact that we can say what theories we have to each other without fear of like judgment or anything. And the great thing about that is we actually spawn new ideas off each other, and making videos like this is awesome. And we've got some pretty damn sweet ideas for you today of to do with the endings that we have in the brand new game.
Yeah, so we're going to kick it off with the bad ending first. I think that's what everybody usually gets because apparently to get the good ending, you have to do all the mini games. If you don't know what the mini games are, they're like Easter eggs where you click on pictures on the walls and you do codes and stuff to get the mini games. And if you don't do them, you get the bad ending. If you do them all, you get the good ending. But let's kick it off with what actually happens when you do both endings, because both endings, guys, are exactly the same. So, Raj, you can talk about that if you want.
Yeah, so on the fifth night, when you complete the fifth night, you go through the same scenario that you've done for the rest of the nights. You're moving through, but this time instead of being Foxy, Chica, etc., you are now just a kid. You're just a kid, a soul or a ghost, however you want to put it, because you're white and you've got to move your way through following to the room where the purple man is. Now, when you get in this room, you are accompanied by 4 other ghosts, which is presumably the souls of the original animatronics, being Foxy, Chica, Bonnie, and Freddy. And you scare the purple man, whether you force the purple man to do something or not. Dawko's going to talk about that. But the purple man's in a room, you're in a room, and Springtrap's suit is also in this room. And the purple man, unfortunately for him, for the rest of us pretty good, he meets his end.
Yeah, if you didn't know, guys, the suits have something called spring locks. And apparently that one, the one what the Golden Bonnie costume has malfunctioned, like Phone Guy says. So if you do go inside it, you're dead. Yep. The spring locks clamp together and you meet your fate, like Raz said, you're dead. And the ironic thing is, guys, is that these five spirits have trying to make Purple Man go into this costume to die. But the thing is, guys, whether it's the bad or good ending, this happens anyway. He always, for both endings, he dies.
Yep.
They're exactly the same endings. His blood's spilling out all over the place. He's twitching on the floor, and then the spirits leave. They're gone. And the thing what's ironic, guys, is that we think that the spirits are set free now. They're gone. They're all happy. They're set free. But the thing is, guys, that the bad ending is different to the good ending. So why would the spirits be free, but there's a bad ending to it? Why would there be a bad ending if the spirits have been set free? So we have 2 theories about this, and they basically are quite similar, but they do have twists in it. So which one do you want to go first? Do you want to go with mine first?
Yep, let's do it.
Okay, so in the bad ending, folks, you see the lights inside the animatronic heads. And the thing is, guys, that they are the exact same lights what are used in the attraction. So if you've seen in any of the cameras, you can see that the heads are on the walls and on the floor. They've all got these lights inside of them. So what I feel like is that when the bad ending happens, it means that the attraction has been made, possibly, because if this Purple Man has died in the past, then these mini games would be to do with the past, so the attraction wouldn't be made yet. And the bad ending is that the attraction has been made, and that's why all of these heads have light bulbs in them, because it's to do with the attraction. But the thing is, guys, the thing what we noticed is that there's actually something else in that bad ending which isn't in the good ending, and it's this strange mask behind them all, which we don't know yet. But me and Raz have come up with the fact that it could possibly be Purple Freddy or something to do with the murderer. And because all the lights are on and the murderer hasn't been like killed yet. And I'll tell you why in a minute why I don't think he's been killed yet for the bad ending. That the murderer's spirit is still alive, because the endings are both the same. So what if one ending is that the murderer was actually killed, but his spirit remains inside the suit, but the good ending is that actually the murderer dies and nothing else happens. He's dead. He doesn't need to stay because he hasn't got something he needs to redeem himself for. Because, like I said, in ghosts from lots of films and cartoons, when a ghost has finished its spirit's like deed, they stay on Earth because they need a job to be done. They've got unfinished business. So the spirit's unfinished business is to kill the murderer. The murderer dies. That's the good ending, and that's why in the good ending you don't see the mask at the back anymore, and the lights aren't on there because they're not alive anymore. They're just empty heads. That's it, done. But the bad ending, I feel, is that the murderer is still alive and he's got unfinished business, and that's why all the other heads are still on, because it shows that they're all alive still, and that's why Springtrap is still alive in the place, because Springtrap's the only animatronic left, and it seems to be only Springtrap coming after us. So it seems to me that Springtrap's spirit is still alive, and that's why, like, it's complicated. But basically, what I'm trying to say is that Springtrap's spirit is still alive within the suit, and that's why he's the only one that can kill us, because all the other things on the bad ending have been used as attraction things, like around the place, like light bulbs on the walls and stuff. But Springtrap's spirit's still alive, and that's why I think at the back, guys, is Shadow Freddy, the purple Freddy, what we've seen in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and now this game, and it's obviously what the purple man used to kill the kids.
Yep, like you had a good point earlier on when we were talking as well to feed into this, that because the other animatronics, the original kids that were killed, are still, you can tell that they're still alive as such in the game, is because the Foxy's head and Bonnie's head and stuff, the lights are on in the bad ending, but they're also on in the game, showing that their spirits are not at peace yet. Which I thought was a good point.
Because we get the hallucinations of the spirits and stuff. So, it could hint to us that they are actually still alive because Phone Guy and because Purple Man hasn't died yet.
Yeah.
But I like Raz's theory, guys. Raz has got a very interesting theory about that the good ending is what happens after the Fazbear Fright's fate. So go ahead.
Yes. So as we know, with the bad ending, we've got all the animatronics there with their lights on, showing they're still alive because their task hasn't been complete. Their task, as Dawko was alluding to earlier on, is that they want to get revenge. They want to get revenge for their fallen friends, for themselves, by killing the Purple Man. That is their one duty in life, and until that is complete, they can't be at peace. They can't rest. They can't rip, basically. They can't rip until they have killed the Purple Man. So that is why at the end of the fifth night, even though the Purple Man is technically dead, he isn't, because he is still alive inside of Springtrap. He is now even more aggressive than he was before, and he's the only one left because their suits have been destroyed, or they're at least not around because they've been scrapped. They're just haunting the place now, whether that's part of the lighting system or the hallucinations or whatever. But if we move ahead to the next night, which is the night 6, when you complete night 6, you get a nice little scrap of paper, a nice newspaper article saying the Fazbear Fright's attractions has been burned down. Now, once you've completed this, plus you go back, complete all the mini games, and complete the marionette minigame for a second time, you can go back to night 5, complete the game again, and you get the good ending, which is the animatronic heads with the lights off, showing they are now at peace. Why are they now at peace? Because Springtrap is dead. The purple guy is dead now because he's been burnt to the crisp. He's been burnt to the ground. He is no longer inhabiting something that can bring him back to life. He's been burnt up, no longer around. The purple man is gone, the original souls are now at peace. That is why you no longer see the lights in the heads. I think
Yeah.
the children are now at peace. They can finally go up to heaven, unless they've done bad things and then they're going to hell.
Yeah, the other thing as well about that is that it says the end, so it's the
Yes.
end. It's done.
It's done.
Scott wouldn't say like the end if it wasn't to do with the end.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing as well, what you said about the lights are from the attraction. So if the attraction has burnt down, it means that the heads have got no like they haven't got the attraction light bulbs in them anymore.
Yeah.
And what I was thinking is that at the end of the article, it says that they've found some souvenirs of the place. I actually think that these heads are actually what they've found.
Yes. I like that. Yeah, definitely. Because they're so clear, they're so prominent that would make sense. That if you saw a head, you would take it. You would take one of those heads because that is a brilliant souvenir of these horrible acts, and a head would work perfectly on my wall.
Exactly, but I wouldn't want to keep it on my wall to be honest. I can imagine the foxy head in my room.
Oh shit, man! Imagine waking up every night and just seeing that staring over you.
But yeah, those are two theories, guys. To sum up, what we've basically got the same gists of it. The bad ending is that the purple man is still alive, and that's why it's created all these hauntings at the place. And the good ending is that the purple man dies by any reason why. Maybe he died in the spring trap, or like Raz said, the place was burnt down. So, as you know, you wouldn't see an animatronic running out of the pizzeria running for his life. Can you imagine him just running down the street?
Oh, fire! Fire!
Yeah, from the attraction. So yeah, I think he'd just remain in there and he'd get burned to death. Another thing, guys, what we found interesting about this burning theory is that we thought that the purple man inside the suit looks like it's burnt. We've been Googling loads of stuff about like the thing about burning, and if you actually look closely, like skin wouldn't last that long. If this is from a long time ago, a body wouldn't last that long unless it was burnt to the crisp. It would actually stay like that if it was burnt. And maybe this burnt theory is true. Maybe this purple man was burnt, and you know that. But it's really interesting to us, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. I just like the idea. If Scott is going to finish it here, then having it as the end and seeing that potentially the children are now at peace is a good way to round it off. Like,
yeah,
everybody loves a happy ending, and to see that the purple man's got his comeuppance and that the children are now free, I think that's a nice way to tie it up. I really do.
Yeah, it's quite sad, to be fair. It's been a great trilogy, and kudos to Scott, because this is an amazing story, and it's got it's a good and a sad ending. We're happy that the kids have finally been set free, but it's also sad because it might possibly be the last game.
Yeah, man, I so hope we get more, but I wouldn't be annoyed if this was the end, because
yeah, it's a nice ending.
Yeah.
So, but to be honest, I'm going to refer to Star Wars here, and everybody in the past thought that Star Wars was finished, but in the future they actually made a prequel trilogy. Yeah. So maybe we might get prequels from Fredbear's Diner and the one after Fredbear's Diner, because we still don't know what happened there.
No.
So we only know if it's going to finish if Scott confirms that this is the last game by an announcement or with an interview or etc.
Yeah, definitely. It's exciting though. It's good. I like this.
Yeah. So this has been a really detailed theory about the good and bad ending, guys. But you just remember, it's just a theory. We're not saying we're right. It's just making sense to us, because you know it does make sense really when you actually think deeply about it. But you know what we always say is that me and Raz love looking at your comments about what you think about this, because we always reply to stuff like this. And I would be amazed if you guys would subscribe to Raz, because he's an amazing partner today.
And same for Dawko as well. Make sure you go over and check out his channel as well for the exact same reason. He's fantastic, and I love having these chats with him. Honestly, we've been talking for an hour and a half now, and we've been recording for about 10 minutes. So you understand how long we've been talking, because it's just good. We love talking about this game.
Yeah. Okay, guys, that's it for today's theory. Lots of love, and we will see you all next time.
See you later, guys.